In the grandeur of ancient Egypt, one of history's most illustrious civilizations, women played an undeniably pivotal role. Far from being mere shadows of men or secondary figures in daily life, women symbolized strength, wisdom, and creativity. This civilization, renowned for its profound contributions to art and science, honored women and granted them an exceptional status that stood out among contemporary societies. Have you ever wondered what life was like for women in ancient Egypt? How they were treated, and what rights they possessed? In this video, we'll embark on a journey through time to uncover inspiring stories of Egyptian women who were fundamental to the greatness of their civilization. Our adventure begins by exploring the role of women in ancient Egyptian society, where they held esteemed positions and actively contributed to the construction and continuity of this magnificent culture. Let's dive into this fascinating historical journey together. Women in ancient Egypt enjoyed a distinguished status and played an active role in society. They were seen as partners to men in everyday life, central to both the family and the community. Their roles extended beyond the household. Women worked alongside their husbands in the fields and farms, and managed family affairs with wisdom and skill. The inscriptions and paintings on temple walls tell tales of strong women who participated in religious rituals and played crucial roles in preserving traditions. Indeed, ancient Egyptian women were seen as embodiments of mother goddesses like Isis, who represented strength, love, and sacrifice. Remarkably, women possessed advanced legal rights, including the right to own property, inherit wealth, and even bring cases to court. These rights empowered them to be independent and capable of making significant decisions. Ancient Egyptian society did not confine women to being mere homemakers. Instead, women were considered essential pillars in building a strong and stable community. Stories of queens who ruled with intelligence and power, such as Queen Hatshepsut, demonstrate that women were fully capable of leadership and achievement. This respect for women reflects a highly advanced and civilized culture that viewed men and women as equal partners in maintaining balance and stability within society. Women in ancient Egypt had rights that were exceptionally progressive compared to other civilizations of the time. The ancient Egyptian law recognized women as independent legal entities, granting them the freedom to own and manage their properties, whether land, homes, or money. Women had the right to inherit from their parents and spouses, with their inheritance rights clearly defined by law. They could also bring legal actions to court if they felt wronged, defending their rights before judges. Women were not obligated to remain solely at home. They participated in economic activities, such as trade and business management. Ancient documents indicate that women worked as traders and successful managers of large estates, a rarity in those times. Even in marriage, women had clear rights. They could draft marriage contracts that secured their rights, including the right to separation if they faced abuse, or if the relationship became unsuitable. What's astonishing is that these rights were not just theoretical, but were part of the daily lives of Egyptian women. This recognition and equality highlight the advanced understanding ancient Egyptian civilization had of women's roles and their importance in society. Ancient Egypt stood as a model for empowering women, granting them independence and respect, which helped build a strong and balanced society through the ages. In the ancient Egyptian family, women were the cornerstone upon which the household was built. Motherhood was one of the most important roles, symbolizing love and care. A woman's role in raising children was highly valued and respected. Wives were often referred to as mistresses of the house, reflecting their crucial role in managing household affairs. This title was not merely honorary. It carried the responsibility of overseeing all aspects of family life, including food, clothing, and the daily organization of family members. Frequently, Women managed the family's finances, participating with their husbands in making critical decisions about daily life and the future. Paintings on temple and tomb walls depict families with men and women sitting side by side, illustrating the balance and partnership between them. Love and respect between spouses were fundamental values in ancient Egyptian society. Ancient texts revealed poems and love letters left by husbands to their wives, expressing appreciation and affection. Even in death, wives were partners to their husbands in the afterlife, performing rituals that ensured they would live together eternally. This indicates that the marital relationship was considered everlasting. Women in ancient Egyptian families were not just mothers or wives. They were the foundation and the beating heart of the family, responsible for maintaining its stability and continuity across generations. Education was accessible to women in ancient Egypt, especially those from noble or priestly families. Although formal education was primarily directed towards men, women acquired skills and knowledge through other environments, such as the family or temples. Girls learned to read and write if they aspired to join the educated classes, such as priestesses or officials in royal palaces. Ancient inscriptions and papyri show that some women could write and master hieroglyphics, demonstrating their advanced level of education. At home, mothers imparted practical wisdom and knowledge to their daughters, teaching them household management, cooking, clothing making, as well as moral and social values. In temples, girls who joined religious service learned chants, rituals, and sacred ceremonies, along with studying religious texts and hieroglyphic symbols. Education was not limited to theoretical knowledge. It included practical training as well. Women learned crafts such as weaving and making household tools, highlighting their artistic skills and creativity. Ancient Egyptian society recognized the importance of educating women and their role in passing culture and knowledge to future generations, contributing to the continuity of a civilization rich in science and art. This emphasis on education shows that the ancient Egyptians understood the importance of empowering women with knowledge to be strong partners in building society. Women held a prominent place in ancient Egyptian religion, playing key roles in rituals and ceremonies. Goddesses held significant positions in Egyptian mythology, such as Isis, representing motherhood and loyalty, and Hathor, the goddess of love, beauty, and music. The presence of these goddesses symbolizes the importance of women's roles in the religious and cultural order. Women worked as priestesses in temples, responsible for performing rituals and offering sacrifices to the gods. Some women held high-ranking positions, such as the wife of Amun, a prestigious religious title that granted them influence and respect within society. In daily life, women acted as intermediaries between the material and spiritual worlds. They performed household rituals, like invoking blessings and protection for their children, and used amulets and religious symbols to secure their lives. Additionally, Egyptian women participated in major religious festivals, such as the Opet festival, where celebrations honored the gods. During these events, women danced, sang, and played symbolic roles that reflected the connection between humans and the divine. Women's roles extended beyond worship. They inspired religious art as well. Goddesses and priestesses are depicted in numerous inscriptions and statues adorning temples, highlighting the high esteem in which they were held. Religion in ancient Egypt embodied a balance between men and women, with women being vital partners in maintaining the cosmic order and ensuring the continuity of religious traditions. This religious honor reflects how the ancient Egyptians viewed women as essential elements in both spiritual and community life. Women in ancient Egypt also held leadership and prominent roles in governance and politics, a rarity in many ancient civilizations. Notable figures like Queen Hatshepsut stand out as some of Egypt's greatest rulers. Hatshepsut ascended to the throne and achieved remarkable accomplishments in trade and construction, leaving behind monumental structures that attest to her powerful reign. Women in the royal family wielded significant influence, even if they did not rule directly. Queens and royal mothers were key advisors to kings, often playing roles in major political decisions. One influential woman in Egyptian history was Queen Nefertiti, who partnered with her husband Akhenaten in his religious revolution. She appears alongside him in royal inscriptions, reflecting her role as a powerful co-ruler. Beyond the royal family, women held high governmental and administrative positions, such as scribes and officials in the royal palace and temples. This indicates that ancient Egyptian society did not restrict administrative and governing roles to men alone. Some ancient texts reveal that women served in judicial roles, helping to resolve disputes and uphold justice. These roles required strong personalities and a high level of education and understanding of the laws. Women's positions of authority were not mere coincidences, but a reflection of a civilized culture that believed leadership and competence were not confined to a specific gender. Egyptian women proved they could manage the country and protect its interests, symbolizing strength and wisdom within the ancient civilization. In the arts, women held a prominent role, not only as muses for artists, but also as active participants in the creative process. Women are depicted in paintings, inscriptions, and statues with grace and beauty, reflecting their high social and cultural standing. Many wall murals showcase women in everyday scenes, such as playing musical instruments, dancing, and participating in celebrations. These artworks highlight the beauty and elegance of women, with intricate details in their clothing and adornments, demonstrating the great appreciation for their role in Egyptian culture. Women were not merely subjects of art, they were artists themselves. Inscriptions show women engaged in weaving and jewelry making, fields that required significant artistic skill and creativity. Queens and princesses played special roles in supporting the arts. For instance, Queen Nefertari commissioned the decoration of her tomb with stunning murals that continue to amaze the world with their beauty. These works portrayed her not just as a ruler, but as a symbol of beauty and creativity. The decorations and carvings on walls and temples depict women as symbols of fertility and life, representing goddesses like Isis and Hathor, who embodied the ideal values sought by society. Additionally, women participated in designing jewelry and creating sacred amulets, works considered part of the fine arts that served spiritual and religious purposes. Women in ancient Egyptian art were vibrant reflections of beauty, creativity, and symbolism, making them an integral part of the cultural identity of this great civilization. Ancient Egypt was home to remarkable women who left an indelible mark on history. Queen Hatshepsut, one of the most successful rulers in Egyptian history, governed during a challenging period and proved herself a wise leader and brave warrior. She oversaw monumental building projects, including the stunning Deir el-Bahri Temple, showcasing architectural brilliance during her reign. Nefertiti, another famous Egyptian woman, was renowned not only for her beauty immortalized in statues and carvings, but also for her partnership with her husband, Akhenaten, in his religious transformation. Her political and diplomatic skills made her a leading figure of her time. Cleopatra VII remains one of the most renowned female figures of the ancient world. Celebrated for her intelligence and political acumen, she played a significant role in the power struggles of the Mediterranean, challenging the might of the Roman Empire. Isis, though a mythical figure, stood as the ideal symbol of motherhood and loyalty. Her role in Egyptian mythology made her a role model for women in all aspects of life. Nefertari, the wife of Pharaoh Ramesses II, was celebrated as a symbol of beauty and love. Her exquisitely decorated tomb remains one of the most beautiful royal tombs in the Valley of the Queens. These female figures were not just names in history. They were essential pillars in building ancient Egyptian civilization. They demonstrated that women could be rulers, leaders, and legends, inspiring generations to come. Beauty held a special place in the lives of ancient Egyptian women, seen as a reflection of purity and spirituality. Egyptian women took great care of their appearance, using a variety of cosmetics made from natural ingredients. One of the most famous beauty tools was kohl, used not only to accentuate the eye's beauty, but also as protection against harmful sunlight. Women created lipsticks from a mixture of red clay and almond oil to achieve a natural and attractive color. Perfumes were an integral part of a woman's life, crafted from flowers and aromatic oils like lotus oil, symbolizing beauty and elegance. Women always carried small bottles of perfume, using them for special occasions and religious rituals. Hair was highly significant. Women cared for their hair with oils such as castor and walnut oil. They adorned their hair with flowers and jewelry, and some even wore wigs for formal events. Clothing showcased the refined taste of Egyptian women. Made from fine linen, garments were often embroidered with gold and precious stones, reflecting their social status. Jewelry was a symbol of beauty and wealth. Women wore necklaces, bracelets, and rings made of gold, silver, and precious stones, highlighting the great appreciation for beauty in Egyptian civilization. Beauty in ancient Egypt was not just about external appearance, but also an expression of strength and cultural identity. Women used these means to assert their roles and status in society, making them a lasting inspiration for art and culture throughout the ages. Ancient Egypt was distinguished by the presence of remarkable women who left an unforgettable mark on history. Queen Hatshepsut, considered one of the most successful rulers in Egyptian history, governed during a tumultuous period and proved herself a wise leader and brave warrior. She oversaw monumental building projects, including the magnificent Deir el-Bahri Temple, reflecting architectural innovation during her reign. Nefertiti, another renowned Egyptian woman, was celebrated not only for her beauty, immortalized in statues and carvings, but also for her partnership with her husband, Akhenaten, in his religious revolution. Her political and diplomatic skills made her a pioneering figure of her time. Cleopatra VII is one of the most famous female figures of the ancient world. Known for her intelligence and political savvy, she played a significant role in the power struggles of the Mediterranean, challenging the might of the Roman Empire. Isis, though a mythical figure, stood as the ideal symbol of motherhood and loyalty. Her role in Egyptian mythology made her a role model for women in all aspects of life. Nefertari, the wife of Pharaoh Ramesses II, was celebrated as a symbol of beauty and love. Her exquisitely decorated tomb remains one of the most beautiful royal tombs in the Valley of the Queens. These female figures were not just names in history. They were essential pillars in building ancient Egyptian civilization. They demonstrated that women could be rulers, leaders, and legends, inspiring generations to come. Beauty held a special place in the lives of ancient Egyptian women, seen as a reflection of purity and spirituality. Egyptian women took great care of their appearance, using a variety of cosmetics made from natural ingredients. One of the most famous beauty tools was kohl, used not only to accentuate the eye's beauty, but also as protection against harmful sunlight. Women created lipsticks from a mixture of red clay and almond oil to achieve a natural and attractive color. Perfumes were an integral part of a woman's life, crafted from flowers and aromatic oils like lotus oil, symbolizing beauty and elegance. Women always carried small bottles of perfume, using them for special occasions and religious rituals. Hair was highly significant. Women cared for their hair with oils such as castor and walnut oil. They adorned their hair with flowers and jewelry, and some even wore wigs for formal events. Clothing showcased the refined taste of Egyptian women. Made from fine linen, garments were often embroidered with gold and precious stones, reflecting their social status. Jewelry was a symbol of beauty and wealth. Women wore necklaces, bracelets, and rings made of gold, silver, and precious stones, highlighting the great appreciation for beauty in Egyptian civilization. Beauty in ancient Egypt was not just about external appearance, but also an expression of strength and cultural identity. Women used these means to assert their roles and status in society, making them a lasting inspiration for art and culture throughout the ages. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the remarkable roles women played in ancient Egypt. Their legacy of strength, wisdom, and beauty continues to inspire and fascinate us today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with more captivating stories from history. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of the past.